Hi guys, I really can't believe that I'm doing this again. This will be episode 4, looking at the fault in my external power feed that goes down onto the shed, goes down on the fence and then goes onto the shed afterwards. People keep giving me suggestions and I keep coming out and trying them. That's what's going on. So that's why we're up to episode 4. Right, what we have down there, well, we'll go down and have a look. And just a word of warning, don't ever do this if you've got things connected up to the mains power. We have a plug on there where the live and the neutral are directly linked together on that copper. So we've got a good straight link between the live and neutral. It's switched off at the moment, so that plug is not in circuit. Okay, so we come back. I was actually doing some work on my strimmer, but I was looking at the comments and I thought we'd have another go. So over there, that is switched off at the moment. And over here, our meter is indicating open circuit. I am using different leads and they're giving us a different resistance if I just connect them directly together to what I was getting yesterday or whenever it was I last did this video. Come on, short yourselves out. I can't do it with one hand. Right. Come on, together. Right, shorting together. Well, bouncing around, hang on. Hold it still. Oh, sorry. Right. We're down to half an ohm. We were actually getting about 2 ohms yesterday. Right, yeah, half an ohm for those leads now. That is just the leads, not the crocodile clips. Do I want to move the crocodile clips? Let's go on there. Yeah, the crocodile clip leads are giving us a fair bit of extra resistance. So 1.8 ohms from that point there back to the meter. So I think we were getting 2 ohms the other day. Right, let's connect that back together. So we are measuring along this white cable which goes up over there, down there, and at the moment goes nowhere. So if I flick that switch, we are now connected to the outside line or outside cable. My old telecoms speak coming in when we talk about out to line. Okay, now that's a different resistance to what we were getting yesterday. I think we were getting 20k yesterday, but we're on 42k today. Okay, now we'll walk down here and we'll put a full short across the end of the cable. We put a full short on by doing that. So now that is connected around there and going back again. And now we're getting 2.4 ohms. So without that on there, if we short these together again, (1.7 ohms), put that back on again, 2.4, 2.5. So about 0.7 of an ohm for the loop resistance. And I can't remember what thickness copper that is. Let's assume it's 2.5 millimeter copper. I think it's more likely 2.5 than 1.5. So you can try and do some calculations and see what length that is supposed to be. Remember to halve it because you're measuring the loop, so you go out and back again. I mean, we could pace it out. Now we've got about 1.5 meters down there. So 2 meters, 3 meters, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 13 meters, maybe a little bit more. We don't know exactly what route the cable goes under there. And while we're on the subject of the route, as I've said to some people who've commented, it really isn't worth finding exactly where the fault is. Let's just say it's there. You know, we're able to measure to it exactly. You're going to have to lift the paviors. You're going to have to dig a reasonable sized hole because we don't know exactly where it's running. Let's assume we're lucky and we dig right down on it. Still need a reasonable sized hole to get in there. We need to cut into the cable, cut out the faulty section, bypass it, put joints on it. So that'd be 2 joints, because unless we're really lucky and go right onto the point of damage, we're going to have to splice in a piece of cable to make up the gap. That's all going to take time and money. It's really not worth it. The long-term fix is we want to get rid of all of this anyway. It's all uneven and overgrown. Just here, where it's really uneven, that's because the roots from the tree that our neighbour had over the fence there, which has been chopped down, was coming through and lifting all the paviors up. So why spend money digging down just here when eventually we can do the whole thing, have the cable buried all the way into the shed, not have it finished on the fence. It's on the fence because that's where there was a fish pond. Previous owner, fish pond, had lights and a water pump. So that's what that was for. So, but on the other hand, I'm getting lots of comments, lots of useful suggestions on fault finding. So it's going to be helping my YouTube algorithm, whatever happens. So yeah, anyway, 2.3 ohms at the moment. I'll go and disconnect that plug, that loop. Let's just pull it out. I expect we've gone back to 40 kilo ohms or something. 38.8. And it is varying. And it's a rainy day today, so we could have more moisture in the ground. Although, to be honest, depends how deep it is as to whether surface water makes any difference. But I'm sure that's different reading. I'm sure we had something like 20k yesterday. I'd have to go and have a look at the video again. But yeah, there you go. So we got a measurement to a loop. We know the distance. We can do the calculation and work out how long the cable is. But without a short circuit on there, it's just bouncing around. Just for the fun of it, we've got a bit of 1.5 meter power cable here. So if we go on there and go on there, that's the measurement, about 2 ohms. But I don't know what length that is. That's just a random piece that was in the garage. But you could, in theory, work out from that resistance what the distance is. Taking off that bit of resistance, 1.8 there. Two there. So that length of copper gives us about 0.2 of an ohm. You really need a more accurate meter if you're going to go to that sort of measurement. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.